attention to our feature item on Business Review for tonight, Standard Chartered Bank's digital bank. Now, this bank is set to be launched tomorrow. It's, well, so much details surrounding that. And like I did say earlier, we do have in the studio the head of retail banking, Deepal Singh from Standard Chartered. We're very happy to have you in the program.
Thank you so much, Suwilanji.
Pleasure is mine, pleasure is mine, pleasure is mine. How's the bank doing?
The bank's doing pretty well.
Yeah, pretty well with the digital bank. Now, last week you came through to pay a score on the Director General of ZNBC. Very good meeting, very fruitful. You came with the CEO and the entire delegation. And you did mention and made a very bold announcement. The bank is launching a digital bank, which is 100% digital, away from the usual brick and mortar. What is this digital bank? Because some people heard that and they're thinking, what does this mean? So just explain to our viewers. I know that the details will come out tomorrow, but just what is this digital bank to help us appreciate what Standard Chartered is doing?
So digital bank is the future of retail banking. And as a matter of fact, digital bank for us is a way of empowering our clients. We're actually giving the bank to them in their hands. Okay, and I mean it literally. It's going to be there in the palm of their hands. And that is something which is happening across multiple industries. So let's take an example of retail sector. So e-commerce today in retail is growing much faster compared to the traditional retail industry. Now that is something which is happening even in banking. So the future is banking is going to be digital, which means that the customer can bank with us anytime, anywhere, as per their convenience. They don't have to actually be bound by opening hours, closing hours, or day of the week in which they want to bank with us. They can do it from anywhere, anytime, like I said, at their convenience. It's going to be an end-to-end digital bank, right from account opening to transacting to service requests.
Interesting. You do have currently the Standard Chartered mobile app, the SC mobile app. After this, what will people be able to do on the SC mobile app after the digital bank is launched?
So let me answer it differently. So why does someone actually bank or come to a bank? You typically have three needs. So your financial needs fall under three categories. The first one is you want to open an account. You already have an account, you want to open another account for family or friends or whoever it is. The next one is your transactional needs. You want to transact with us. You want to transfer funds, you want to pay for utilities, you want to take a loan. Those are transactional. And the third category is nothing but your service requests. The moment you have a fully digital bank, all that we're talking about is you don't have to walk into a physical branch. The branch is there, either in your mobile phone. All you need is a data-enabled device. It can be a mobile phone, it can be a tablet, it can be a laptop. Through that, you can do everything. You can end-to-end onboard yourself by opening a CASA, a current account or a savings account, or even opening a fixed deposit. You can actually take a loan. You can actually apply for a personal loan or a credit card.
So you mean I can apply for a loan on the phone, the loan gets approved, I never have to come to the branch?
You have to do nothing for which you have to walk into a branch. The branch is there in the palm of your hand. The moment we launch the digital bank tomorrow, what the customers can do right now in Zambia is they can open up a current account, they can open up a savings account, they can open up a term deposit, they can actually self-fulfill 70 service requests. You don't have to walk into a branch for anything, right from your debit card or a credit card activation, blocking your cards, transferring funds, transacting between your different accounts, within the bank, outside the bank, with other banks, or even with MNOs. Today you have mobile wallets, so you can transfer funds from your bank account to a mobile wallet and vice versa. All of this can be done. Typically, another need which customers have is they actually come to the branch to give address updates. So they are moving their house, they've changed their company which they work for. Even this is something which you can do digitally. All you have to do is click a photograph of where you're working or your residence address, upload that onto the app. Everything is there on your SC mobile app. For customers who are already banking with us, we will just do an update or an upgrade onto your existing app. For customers who are not banking with us, all you have to do is go to the Apple Play Store or the Google Play Store, download the app and start banking. Open up an account with us, a current account or a savings account. End to end, it will take you not more than 15 minutes.
You're saying I can create the account, I create the account, but what about how do I get my ATM? If I create the account, I get my ATM, because people come to the branch because I'll get an ATM card. How do I get an ATM on the phone?
Okay, that's again our way of saying that we will come to you, you don't have to come to the bank ever. So the moment you open up an account, you get an account number in 15 minutes. It's a live account number. where you can actually start transacting. You can move funds from any other account or from your mobile wallet into that account. Now comes the debit card. For the debit card, all you have to say is where do you want us to deliver the debit card to you. Within 2 days, the debit card will be delivered to you any corner of Zambia. You don't have to walk into a branch just to pick your debit card. It will come to you.
So everything, complaints, everything I do in a branch is going to happen on the phone.
Absolutely. That's the power of digital. And that's the way the entire banking industry is moving. And that is what we are bringing for the first time ever in Africa and in Zambia.
So now people are thinking, well, you've got branches. You've got a branch in Cairo Road at your head office. You've got a branch at Levy. You've got a branch at Mandahill. Are these going to close? Are we seeing people leaving the bank, stop working for StanChart? Because now we've got digital bank. What happens to brick and mortar?
So the business model changes. And that is something which is not happening for the first time in the financial sector. Even if you look at the current consumer trends and consumer behavior, 87% of all our transactions, and I'm talking Zambia, I'm not talking about global numbers, 87 to 88% of all transactions have gone digital, which means just about a mere 12 to 13% of the transactions actually happen in the branch. And most of the transactions which happen in the branch are already available online, which means you can do it digitally, which means either you're depositing cash, you're withdrawing cash, you're transferring funds, simple things. And these are things which now you'll be able to do digitally. So the business model will change. The bank will have a far greater reach in terms of now we can bank a lot more customers than what we could do earlier. So right now in Zambia we have about 17 branches across all provinces. So right from Kasama, Mungu to the southern province to various cities in Copperbelt to Lusaka, we have branches, but we are bound or we are limited by the number of branches that you can have, and hence the reach is also limited into the immediate vicinity of the branch. With the digital, it's limitless. I can actually onboard customers from places where I don't have a physical structure. Hence, I am not bound to a brick and mortar structure. I can actually be onboarding customers by the hundreds on a daily basis. Compare that to 113 years in Zambia. Like you rightly said, we're the oldest bank. But at least we're not an old man. We have learned, despite being here for so many years, we have something close to about 90,000 customers. What we plan to do with the digital bank rollout is we plan to double, if not triple, if not quadruple, the number of customers that we are currently banking. And that fits in very well with any government's agenda of financial inclusion. And that is what we intend doing with the digital. The one example that I want to quote out here is, look at MNOs, look at mobile operators. Mobile only came into vogue, say 20 years back. But today, almost something close to about 15 million Zambians have a mobile subscription. Why is it that banks, despite being there for over 100 years, only have, all banks put together in Zambia, only have something close to about 2.5 million customers?
Interesting. There's something also interesting you mentioned, and that's the issue of financial inclusion. The Bank of Zambia has been campaigning and pushing the agenda of financial inclusion. How does this digital bank fit into that agenda of financial inclusion, making sure that people from rural areas and urban areas and all social classes begin to benefit from financial services like yours?
That's a very good question, Suwilanji. And let me just give some data points. Okay, and why we think now is the right time for us to come up with a fully digital bank. Zambia has a population of something close to about 17.4 million. And these are official stats, out of which we have something close to 15.4 million active mobile subscribers. Let's further break that down. Out of this 15.4, we have 9.8 million mobile data active subscribers. Which means if I look at the overall population, almost 60% of Zambia's population currently has a mobile data active device. That is what is required for a digital bank to work. So the entire digital banking proposition rides on the fact that almost 90% of Zambia's population have a mobile phone. Of that, almost about 65 to 68% of those people have a data-enabled device, which is far greater than the number of total banking population right now in Zambia, which is, like I said, just about 2 to 2.5 million. Digital banking fits in very well with the National Financial Inclusion Plan, which the government rolled out in 2017, and we are completely committed to ensuring that we are able to bank every Zambian, irrespective which city, which village they are based out of. All that you require is a mobile device, is a device which is data enabled. And that is something which is becoming more and more popular with passage of time. The data charges will also keep on coming down, and hence, if anyone wants to drive this particular agenda of financial inclusion, you have to go digital. That is the future.
Thank you. We look forward to more details coming out tomorrow. Now, there's some people that are skeptical and feel like, before I, join this, I'd like to see how it works. Is it possible for someone to just have a look? I want to appreciate it first before I think about signing up. Is it possible just to look at how it's the interface and how it's working? Is it possible?
It's a beautiful interface, and it's actually been localized for Zambia. So we have given it a Zambian flavor. We will be unveiling that tomorrow. So tomorrow we will give a live demo of how the app works. We will onboard an account in real time, and we will show it that in 10 to 15 minutes you have an account which has been opened, which is live, so which means you have your account number and you can actually start transacting and start banking within 15 minutes of starting your journey by downloading the app.
We look forward to tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Suwilanji.
Thank you.
Pleasure as always.
That's the head of retail banking for Standard Chartered for Zambia and for Southern Africa. So in case you're wondering, the launch will take place tomorrow and it will be live on Standard Chartered Bank's official Facebook page. Look out for that and get amused and benefit from the bank's initiatives moving forward. And Business Review will be there giving you detailed highlights, and also in the weeks to come we'll be covering all issues to do with the 100% digital bank that Standard Chartered is launching tomorrow. Remember, that's tomorrow. Otherwise, that's it for us here at ZNBC on tonight's edition of Business Review. My name is Suwilanji, on behalf of our entire production team and our